Hey, good morning, good afternoon, Powur Hitters, Solar Warrior Tribe, and all friends of Powur. Today is Tuesday, March 7th, 2023. My name is Jarrett McAllister, your mentor and virtual solar pro. I'm alongside a couple solar studs, Mr. Tom Cotter, Jonathan Bernasso, my brothers in arms. How are you guys?
Doing awesome.
We are awesome. Right on.
Coming off the energy of the 2-day virtual convention, a lot of updates, changes with California right now. We are full steam ahead. Rocket ship is blasting off.
Yes, it is. And boy, isn't it exciting times, you guys? I mean, just with everything that's going on, like you said, coming off a national convention, with NEM 2 coming to a close here within the coming weeks, right? People onboarding, coming on, joining the platform, seeing the vision. We'll get into that here in just a little bit. But no, it's incredible. Days are jam-packed from morning to night. I'll tell you that much.
Absolutely.
So let's I tell you what, let's jump into some success stories. We have a ton of success stories. I know everybody has some. We're going to recap our national convention and talk about all the great things, new products, the drops, price drops, some recognition from some field leaders here on the call, which is I'm so honored to be, on the same team as so many people who are winning all these awards, which is killer. So like we do every week, let's just start off with some success stories. So if you have one that you'd like to share with the team, go ahead, raise your hand. I'll call on you, whether, you close a deal or have a new business partner or an objection you had to overcome. We love hearing about overcoming adversity and how you did that. Go ahead and share it with the team. And Davis, I see your hand up. Let's just shoot right to you. How are you, brother?
Good. How are you?
Living the dream, man.
So I'm really very excited because during the virtual Powur World, I was so inspired by all of the amazing speakers that I created my landing page and funnel. And I created a new LinkedIn company, and I created a new job and got 16 applications within the first day on the free trial. And my first lead from that funnel came in, and it was like a castle, like a mansion in Colorado, and I'm already set the appointment with him. So it's working and just getting started. So it feels really good.
Oh, right on, man.
Nice.
Really? And what platform was it that you started your free trial
on? So with LinkedIn, you can do the posts with the job posts.
Okay. And were you posting for sales reps?
Right. Yep.
And then a sales rep joined and they had a lead, or was it their own home, or how did that work out?
Well, actually, I have a sales rep that already joined as a consultant, and then one lead of somebody that landed on the page and clicked, learn more information, get a free quote. And it came through as a Powur lead. So they clicked through and entered all their information.
It works if you work it.
And I haven't even spent $1 on ads yet. So just getting started. And honestly, all the gratitude and thanks goes to all the amazing leaders that are in, a lot of which are in this chat. So thank you all for the inspiration. And yeah, we're just getting started. So thank you.
Right on, brother. Great. That's an awesome story. And thank you for sharing that with everyone.
I love it when people show up, take something away that they can take action on and implement it, and then come back and share what worked. It's such a good thing. I love it.
Yep. And it's all about sharing your success, right? And showing up to these meetings, because success leaves clues. You guys don't need to reinvent the wheel. Just hang out with successful people. It'll rub off. All right, John, I think you were next. What's up, brother?
Look, my man Jared never stops walking. Love that. Love you guys. And Tom, nice to see your happy, smiling face. Hope everything's cool. I just hopped on the Zoom, so I didn't hear your update, but I hope you're doing good. Huge shout out to Cynthia Alvidras. Her and I have been working a deal that I door knocked with one of my teammates since summertime of last year. And we've met with him 3 or 4 times, been kind of difficult. She's kept a smile on her face. We're now at the 99.5-yard line. And very excited that we got the doc signed and everything's going that direction. So thank you, Cynthia. Big thank you to you. And then I sold my first tier 2 deal a couple days ago in Santa Clarita. and it was pretty exciting for me. I was super excited. I have a home improvement sales background. I have a real estate company. I know how to sell stuff, but still I was scared to death just because it was my first on my own kind of thing. And they saved $168 a month. They're going to save $140K over a 25-year period. And excitingly, I'm making $16,500 as a commission. So what the hell happened? Where did this company come from? I love you guys. I love you, Jonathan Bernasso. Jared, I will carry your luggage to SolarCon. I don't give a shit. I'm just shot out of a cannon. I'm just appreciating all you guys and everything you're doing. Brought on 2 teammates this week. Seems like a really exciting time, helping a bunch of people, and I'm just grateful for all of you. So I can't wait to share some stuff I got from the convention too. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Awesome, John.
Brother. Holy smokes, dude. You just gave me goosebumps, man. That energy is incredible. You are on fire. That's awesome. Man, and I'm so proud of you. You sold your first one. Like you said, you've been in sales. You never sold solar before. This stuff sells itself. You can kind of fail your way through it. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person when you're showing them, hey, I'm going to save you over 100K and it's not going to cost you anything out of pocket, right? It's really not that hard. And you have an incredible mentor in Cynthia Alvidrez to game you up on that. So congratulations to all your success, John. That's incredible.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Right on. Let's move on. I believe Trey, you were next. We'll go Trey, Ray, and then Hilton, and then we'll move on.
Yeah, thanks.
What you got, brother?
Colin from Knoxville, Tennessee, just relatively new, trying to get all my ducks in a row, and had connected on Facebook with a mutual friend that did NEPQ about something totally different. And then turns out he had started selling solar with another company. And I was like, oh, that's great. Well, I'm pretty new to solar too. Like, what do they pay you when you make a sale? And he was like, oh, like $800-900. And I was like, oh, well, maybe I should tell you about Powur. And so he joined up this weekend, and so trying to just get him kind of onboarded as I onboard too. So we're on, David's team, and looking forward to it. Just going through, got my first set of Facebook ads launched this morning. So looking forward to learning from you guys and failing forward.
Love it, Trey. Great job, man. And I think I saw you post that, and I was wondering, because I ended up joining that group, and I was like, I wonder how many other people like solar reps are in this group. And then they hear about Powur. They hear about the best commission splits in the industry, right? They hear about 5 ways to earn income. They hear about the 30-year warranty, American-made panels, and they just go, hey, could you hook me up? Could I work with you guys? Absolutely, man. So great job on that and landing that, Trey. And good to have you here, brother.
Thanks, guys.
Absolutely. Ray, what you got for us?
Hey, good morning. I'm here in the North County area of San Diego, Vista Carlsbad area. I have a friend in Escondido who was with Tesla. They had about a 12 kilowatt system on their house. Their lease was coming to end of term next year, so they were going to roll into NEM 3. And in a panic, we were trying to help them out of that situation. We signed with them over the weekend. We're going to be putting in a 22 kilowatt system. And we've been dealing with San Diego Gas and Electric, who has been very helpful, their solar department over there. And it's going to happen. So we thought that it wasn't a possibility. And in the end, it is a possibility, and it's happening.
Right on, man. Great job, Ray. And you said
And
that
thanks. And I want to shout out to my mentor, Eric Goldstein, who was helping me through this. Definitely a shout out for him. Sorry.
Great guy. Great guy.
Right on. And then real quick, you said you were with Tesla, or they were with Tesla?
They were.
How short of a lease was that?
They had moved into a house and taken over the lease. The installation, they moved in 2019, and the lease term was a 15-year lease, and it terminates at the end of next year, at the end of 24.
Been an old Solar City.
Yes, it was. It was an acquisition by Tesla. Yes, right. But they're being very difficult and uncooperative. But San Diego Gas and Electric, basically in a nutshell, says if you can disconnect the system either by removing the panels or the inverters and document it, photographs should be enough if we have to come out and visit it, and the whole process takes 2 to 3 days to do.
Love it. Love it. Right on, brother. Great job.
Thank you.
All right. And then we'll wrap this up with Hilton. Hilton, share your
Hi.
successes with us.
Hi all. I'm here from Australia on the Gold Coast. So I just want to say that I have taken so long to wrap my head around everything, in quite a while now, but I'm pretty much there. I got myself certified as tier 1, and I have built my website, and I did my video sales letter last night, and I've trained myself on the best approach to selling. And I think by the end of this week, I should start selling. I've got my leads ready. I've got my dialer ready. I've got my funnel ready. I've got every bloody thing ready. So just to let you know, it's quite a challenge getting yourself up to speed on having best practices and understanding the whole process. And I'm super excited by the new design platform as well. I just saw a presentation of it. It looks absolutely awesome. So yeah, I'm coming. That's
Very
all.
cool.
Right
Nice.
on, man. Right on. And look at you all the way in Australia, right? You're down under. You're going to start generating some leads. You got 20, 30 mentors here on this call right here that you can distribute them to, have them close it, make 50% commissions on this platform, and all doing it from, the land down under. So right on, Hilton. Looking forward to seeing your success, brother. You got it. Okay, cool. We're right on. We're going to go ahead and move along. Thank you, everyone, for sharing your success stories. I know there's a ton more out there, but we got to get to one of my favorite portions of the weekly training, and that's when Tom drops some Chat GPT knowledge on us.
Oh boy,
What you got for us?
no Chat GPT today. We're going old school. It's old school. Now we got a ton to cover today with reviewing our convention that we just had. So I'm going to be short and sweet. It's been a while since I shared a quote from this guy, but it's Jeffrey Gitomer, who wrote, among other things, the Sales Bible. So he said, obstacles can't stop you. Problems can't stop you. Most of all, other people can't stop you. Only you can stop you. As people who don't have bosses telling them what to do, we don't have performance improvement plans. Sometimes we just got to get over ourselves and come up with our why of why we want to do this, where we want to go. And like Hilton said, come up with your plan, right? And it's March right now, March 7th. So we've had time to make New Year's resolutions or maybe just set business goals for ourselves. So how are you doing tracking to your goals that you have set for yourself with your work hours each week, with the actions and tasks that you want to make sure that you get done every workday? So think about what's keeping you from 10xing your business. A little shout out to Bill Connolly and all the 10x people here. Think about what is keeping you from your next breakthrough and your business evolution. To throw in a little past conference themes there as well. So thanks, Jarrett.
Love it.
Right on, Tom. Thanks for sharing that, man. And it's so true. And especially, the life of an entrepreneur, right? We don't have bosses. No one tells me when to get up, except for my kids. No one said, hey, you have to go to work. You have to, it's all on us. And the only person stopping us from succeeding is us and the little BS in between your ears, right? So having that positive mental attitude, that go get it, that make it happen attitude, that drive, that's what's going to, create success. So thank you for sharing that, Tom. All right, Renato, you want to kind of take over and tell us what we got coming up here as far as trainings are concerned? I know we got a ton on the board. You're muted, bro.
Wow, I don't know what happened. So just thank you, Jared. So just to reiterate what Tom said, on the breathwork, 9 a.m. Pacific every Monday, for those of you who want to join, flowmondays.com, they said that one of the big differences from successful people to non-successful people that make 100 a month versus 5 a month is the action, is the self mind speak that goes on, right? Those that see an opportunity and take action and jump at it or those that overthink it, give excuses, overanalyze, and don't end up taking action. So it's the theme for the week for sure. All right, thanks guys. So let's and Tom, a lot of prayers, good vibes, energy sending your way for your family and your dad. I hope everything's going well there. I know you couldn't make it to the convention headquarters in person, but I'm glad to hear things are on the right direction for you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Definitely. All right, everyone. We'll quick few updates, some recognition, then we'll get to the convention recap and do some Q&A towards the end. You all know this already. Take a screenshot if you'd like. We got trainings every day of the week. We also have office hours now, Q&A, open office hours. If you're new here, take an onboarding. We got building with Bobby. The market development meetings, I can't say enough good things. If you're not attending your local market development meeting, whatever state or area you plan on selling in, like you're missing out. You get to meet the ops manager. You get to hear the local updates. You get to hear from the top sellers and leadership in that area. And we're just getting started. That could evolve to something that we don't even know what it could evolve to. There could be a regional or VP leader in that area eventually one day that maybe even has some compensation that in newer markets where we need to expand. So those market meetings are just really, really awesome. And then, of course, we have Solar Con coming up. Powur is going to be spending a ton, major sponsor in Salt Lake City, Utah. And then Powur World San Diego, September 7th through 9th, you can get tickets for as well. Quick reminder, we're doing something called Powur Day. So in all major markets where leaders get together, we'll be doing a quick business presentation and then a Solar Saturday training. This is truly an opportunity to build your business, attend, invite into. This is a differentiator for Powur and any sales rep. I was just recruiting a company out here in Vegas, and he's like, dude, I'll pay $350 for enterprise. The training, in-person, virtual, accounting, payroll, CRM, that's worth thousands of dollars a month to me. The training alone is worth more than $350 to me. Like, so make sure to attend your local Powur Day training. And SolarCon, Powur announced it over the convention, but I do have a 40% off code. I think Powur has a 40% off code as well. Solar Realtor, April 20th to the 22nd. We got a big mansion Airbnb. I think Tom got an Airbnb. A lot of us are going to be out there representing and showing the industry what the heck Powur is all about. It's going to be awesome. Real fast, NEM 3. The toolkit, put it in the chat here. I saw someone said earlier they shared some of this stuff from the toolkit and closed the deal. But guys, we got 2-3 weeks left to go. So you better be attending your Northern California market meeting or your Southern California market meeting tomorrow at 3 o'clock. On the Southern California market meeting, I should have someone from Interconnections team to answer the detailed questions, how to confirm they got NEM 2, how to answer clients' questions, what the timeline looks like, what a single line diagram is in Edison, and read your emails. Lots and lots of this information is in the emails, and you can go to knowledge base there to learn more. And then also, before we get into some recognition, again, support at powur.com. They already sent you a post Powur World recap. You got your Monday newsletter. So make sure to see all the amazing updates that have already been announced. Let's go ahead and move into some recognition. So I have some recognition in here. There was definitely more, but California Premier Closers. This is a Powur Pair score. So it looks at sales, cancellation rate, install rate, pull-through rate, success in the utility. It looks at a lot of different factors. So I came in at 69.9% and Janice came in at 70%. So she beat me by 0.1. Shout out to Janice, Chris Bernasso, Marisa Fletcher, Cynthia Alvidrez, Luis Perez, Mr. Yanez, and then of course, JC Rangel and Wally Arita. These scores represent some amazing closers with the best customer service, least canceled. And it's awesome to see so many freaking teammates here from this community and this team on this call. It's just a testament to the success of this team. And a little shout out to Luis Perez and Cynthia Elvidrez and Jeff Hugh. They're actually doing hard 75 for the first 75 days of the year. Alcohol, exercise twice a day, drink a gallon of water, read a book and journal. And it's no surprise that Luis, Cynthia, and Jeff Hugh were three of the most successful mentors last month. And a good chunk of last year as shown here as well. But special shout out to Jarrett McAllister, pulled on stage on video during the convention as the winner of the Top California Premier Closer with some of the best conversions, least canceled. Just a testament to your leadership. I know you've really been shining bright lately, really stepping it up, Jarrett. So major props and shout out to everything that you've built and developed since we met, my friend.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
I gotta say, first of all, sharing the stage with all those previous closers that you showed on that on the previous slide, the top 10. These are all leaders in the company that I've looked up to since I've been here and since the beginning, right? That I've learned from. I mean, these are premier sellers on the platform, especially in California, and they're our teammates, which is awesome. But as it was going along the ride, and I personally think of myself as the #1 closer, right? I've always had that mindset. I've been selling for 25 years. As it was getting closer and closer, and I was like, man, I feel like I should be on this list at some point. And as it was going up and going up, all of a sudden I got a notification on my phone. It was like, hey, the host would like you to be able to show your video right now. And I was like, holy smokes, here we go. And when Jonathan Budd said my name as the #1, premier closer for California, it put me over the moon, brother. I have to say, this is truly the greatest sales award achievement of my career. And I'm so honored and blessed to have won that award and, with you guys. And yeah, I appreciate it, man. I take a lot of pride in this stuff. And so it was cool to see it pay off.
That's awesome. I can't wait to be with you all in September at Powur World in San Diego and do recognition and have an awards gala ceremony and dinner and lock arms with all of you, especially you, Jarrett. So beautiful stuff.
Thank you, bro.
Top personal sellers. I believe this was for a big chunk of last year. So we have Gustavo, Virginia, Joel, Florida, Ubaldo, New Jersey. We got Jordan Shaw. Congrats. One of the top personal sellers in the entire company, kicking butt here. And then we have Garrett Mendelson, Orlando Andrade, some of the rock stars, and then myself as well for California top personal contracts for last year.
Great job, man. Hey, that's nothing to just sneeze at. I mean, that's incredible. Those are personal sales. There's no mentors on those deals. That's self-generation, baby. And that's the key, name of the game. So yeah, shout outs to you, Jordan Shaw, all the top premier, sellers on this platform. Incredible. You guys deserve it.
Absolutely. Do you remember what time frame this was from? I feel like it might have been.
I think they said it was like from the previous Powur. I think it was from July through till the end of the year or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, a good chunk of last year, which we had a really good Q3, Q4 last year. Top tier 3 mentor sellers for Powur. GG in Florida, Drew Sugarman. It was great to hang out with him. A Colorado expert, David Perez on the team, Anthony on the team, Jabari, Chris Bernasso, shout out to him. And of course, Jarrett McAllister, a top tier 3 closer seller, and Cynthia Elvidrez. So rock stars here helping many people in the solar community, power community close deals. But there is a top three, and Luis Perez on the team, SoCal, also Spanish speaker here, doing the hard 75 this start of the year. Big shout out to you, my friend. He's closed a few leads for me as of the last week or two, believe it or not. Wally Arita, no surprise there, busting his butt, working hard for the entire Powur community. But JC Rangel holding it down as the #1 tier 3 mentor closer in all of Powur. And he's likely one of the top builders and team leaders and trainers as well. So he's kicking major butt. Top referrers, those that are building the business, recruiting people. We got JC and myself rounding out the top 10, tied there. We have Zachary Bach on Anthony Bonilla's team, crushing it, an amazing realtor, EXP, and just taking Powur by the horns. Great leadership to Zachary, Anthony from New Jersey, Larry McKinney, and Glenn Massimillo. But of course, the top 3 recruiters, Charles Thompson, no surprise. But Chris Bernasso kicking major butt. 94 referrals, and he helped speak on the recruiting panel. If you missed it, hopefully the recording will be shared about his strategies and successes and steps. So big kudos to Chris, not only a top tier 3 mentor, but a top builder as well. Because when you build here and you're a mentor, you also get to close those people's deals. So huge shout out. All right, last 2 slides here for some recognition. The top earners, JC and Jordan, making hundreds of thousands of dollars, rounding out the top 12 income earners.
Oh, bro, can I just cut in really quick? When I saw JC right there at number 12, I was like, I ain't hitting this list.
Yeah.
When he was at the first one to be called, I was like, holy smokes, man. People are earning some coin.
Yeah, JC does really well. He makes hundreds and hundreds. So these people are all making hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, likely over $500,000 for most of this list right here. So big shout out to a lot of the people here, Orlando and Joel leading the way from Florida. Larry McKinney, huge shout out to Larry. He just got his $1 million jacket. So when you hit $1 million in total earnings with Powur, Edgardo and the leadership team will get you a jacket. And JC is probably weeks away from his jacket as well. So big shout out to Larry, Glenn. And then these are people that make 7 figures or more in 1 year. So shout out to Edgardo, Charles, and it's just surreal, guys. I mean, just to reflect real quick, Jarrett, when we first met 2.5 years ago, I mean,
3.5 years ago,
I was just coming over from Sunrun. I was making 230 with all my income sources, real estate and Sunrun, a little bit of Powur, and then to see the trajectory of this team and California and what we're accomplishing and what this company has done in 3 years, and to be able to participate and lead and take out Edgardo. I'm just going to say, that was a proud moment. I've always looked up to Edgardo. Like you said, we look up to people and then we get up with them. And he has led an amazing organization before I got here. And so this is just a testament to all of you guys. This is the team. That more than half of my income now is because of team. No matter how much I sell, I will not be able to catch up with the revenue share anymore. And that is all because of every one of you. And we're all shareholders here. We all get stock options. So we all help each other. But
yeah.
awesome.
And I got to say, man, when I saw it coming down to, okay, here's going to be the top 3, I had you placed, and I'll be honest, I had you placed number 3. I thought it was going to be Edgardo number 2, Charles number 1. When they called Edgardo at number 3, I was so freaking proud of you, bro, because I was like, no way. Like you said, it was always Charles and Edgardo, right? He had the team. He's crushing it on the platform. But to see you surpass him, super proud of you, bro. And we got to keep you at that top spot. And then one last thing I'll say, this is the list that matters. This is the end goal that matters, right? So this is where my goal is to hit this list. And got some catching up to do, but it's definitely doable. And I will crack on this list for sure.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And we need more $1 million jackets. There's a lot of people that just crossed the $500,000 total earnings with Powur. I believe Luis Perez, Jordan Shaw on the call, they're kicking major butt. So they're going to hit 7 figures a lot quicker than it took them to hit $500,000. Just watch. But yeah.
Yeah. And just a reminder for everyone for the conference coming up in September in San Diego, Powur World in person. Make sure that when you get your ticket, you get a ticket to the gala as well. You're really going to be kicking yourself if you're not there, which is, where we do a lot of these awards at. It was really cool last year to have Eduardo and Jonathan his $1 million jacket. So I enjoyed that immensely. So congratulations, Jonathan.
Thank you, gents. Appreciate it. Let's see. Someone asked if, hitting 1 million is just selling or recruiting. There are people like Paul Leone and like Cynthia and even a little bit of Jordan who just started recruiting as of recently. And those individuals that I just mentioned, they've crushed over $500,000 of Powur without really focusing on recruiting. Jordan's really stepping it up now, but even Cynthia and Paul they're just so busy selling. So just to answer your question, no, you do not have to build a team or recruit. You could literally just rock sales. Even Ubaldo here is a top seller. His core focus is a little bit more sales and a little bit less building because he's so damn good at selling. And he's going to hit 7 figures likely this year, next year, easily, without building a giant team because he's so focused on sales. So it is all possible here.
Yep. It's choose your own adventure.
That's right. 5 income streams, baby. So real quick, hopefully Rick's still on here, but of course we know that Tom for all of last year was recognized with the Andrea Budd Award, went to Paris here, and Jonathan Budd spoke on stage about recognizing 2 people that have demonstrated Powur's virtues, values, what they stand for, mission statement, servant leadership. And there was a lot of you filled out the forms to nominate someone and give your feedback who it would be. So they picked someone from the field and they picked someone from corporate. The corporate person was Irene Whalen, who works her butt off. Known her for a few years now. She's always positive, always smiles. She's a little workhorse. She does backflips on stage. She helps run events now, run Powur Calendar. So she just gives with the biggest heart. So shout out to Irene. And then, of course, Rick Joseph, you were my vote from day one. You have built this company from the ground up. You're literally the reason why Paul Winowski, Ethan Miller, our HR director, some ops managers, some executives are here, Sunrun executives, REC executives, some people you brought in, helped bring in other people. You've literally helped build over half the executive staff, leadership. And it's so well deserved of you, Rick. You do this with your heart wide open, give of yourself, even to the detriment of your own team and performance, hurting to help the team, brother.
It's true.
So I know Jonathan Budd had you on stage and you guys were chatting, but just, what did that feel like? And I know you look forward to taking your wife and your daughter there to Paris.
Yeah.
So anything you want to share?
Yeah, it was surreal. At this stage of my career in my life, I'm not the type of person that seeks the spotlight or awards anymore. So it's not something I was gunning for. I didn't do anything that I've done to seek recognition. So I didn't see this coming. But it didn't feel like an award as much as it felt like an honor, if that makes sense. And I actually Googled what the difference is, and because it didn't feel like an award, it felt like an honor. And so in that sense, it would have been, is the only recognition that I would have been seeking or wanting or you know, of any type. So I kind of got an inkling about a week earlier. Irene came to visit, who ironically was the other winner, and congrats to her. That was, you know, super, super well deserved for all those who know what Irene does. But so we were talking, and she's like, "Hey, can you be available next Saturday at 3:30?" Wink, wink. And then Charles called me, and you know, kind of the same thing. So I kind of knew I was getting it, and all week long I watched the video a couple times, the Andrea Ward video, and as soon as I was watch it, the emotions would just start to well up. And I'm like, holy shit, how am I ever going to get through the acceptance speech conversation without losing my shit? Because I just knew I was going to get emotional. And then the day of, same thing, man. I was just on the verge of tears all day long because I just know what it stands for, what it means to Jonathan, what it means to the company, and just to have the ability to embody Andrea's spirit and what she stood for, and to carry that torch, and then with that torch to light as many fires as I can. That's the game from here on out, is to just light up as many people with my torch as I can. And I think that's what Andrea gave to Jonathan, what Jonathan gave to us, and then what we have to give to everybody else is just light them up and then light up the world. So I'm deeply humbled and deeply honored with this award. And yeah, obviously you guys all saw it. It was quite emotional. I got through it with decent amount of tears. I thought it was going to be, much harder, but it was Jonathan had me going, and then I had my girls going, and we just, it was deeply heartfelt. And I think the resonance that from all the love bombs and text messages I've been getting the last couple of days, apparently, Jonathan's talk and then the conversation that we had just struck a chord with a lot of people in terms of seeing the heart within this company, which is why I'm here. I mean, all those years at Sunrun, at first it was a heart game, but then became a head game, and now it's a heart game again. And so I think people can see that this company has deep, deep, deep heart.
Yeah, well said.
That's what matters. So
Well said,
thank you
Rick.
for all you guys that voted for me. I truly, humbly appreciate and accept it. So thank you all.
Well deserved. Thank you for being who you are, Rick. On Power Hour last night, I gave an X-Files reference. Maybe that was what Bill was referring to earlier. But, in Fox Mulder's office on X-Files, he had a poster that said, "I want to believe." And I think for a lot of us who have been in solar for a while, we really want to believe in solar. And a lot of people have been burned by companies. And one of the refreshing, reinvigorating things about Powur for a lot of us is that we feel like we can believe in the solar industry again because of the vision of our company and the culture of our company, which the people who are on this call are the biggest part of the company culture. We set the tone for our teams. We set the tone for, with customers. So, keep in mind that, we're the people that we've been waiting for. This is ours to build. It's ours to do. So thank you, Rick.
And now we just need to find the others, as Francisco says. Let's find the others.
Yeah.
Love it.
Congratulations, Rick, my brother. I'm proud of you, man. That was awesome. It was so cool to see you. And you are definitely one of the leaders in this company that inspires me, brother. So mad love to you, man.
Thanks, Jared. Appreciate you all, brother.
Right on. Beautiful, beautiful shares there, guys. And yeah, huge reason of what we're building, why we're different. And this 2-day convention was nothing short of that. I know some of you couldn't make it or popped in, but just to share a few photos of what took place here, from top leaders sharing, homeowner presentations, excuse me, Jordan Shaw, Enphase being on stage as a sponsor, Sonova sponsoring. We had Jeremy Lee Minor here, Rockstar, 2-hour sales training. I mean, Powur paid 30-40 grand, guys, to have him at Leadership Summit, to have him at convention, to drop his sales nuggets with us, and so many more leaders, recognition, prizes. wrapping up an insanely cool Friday. Moving over to Saturday, here's a charcuterie board that we can now order for our clients as a closing gift. I'll show you in just a few minutes, as well as a blanket shown here by Cami. And a lot of other leaders flown in, JC, sharing knowledge, Edgardo, Texas crew, recruiting panel here, Jabari, Moises. And then Chris Bernasso dropping knowledge on recruiting here. His first time ever on stage. You know, he was nervous. Even Mike Patterson was nervous. First time on any sort of stage ever. They both were filled with immense butterflies, nerves, anxiety, rehearsing scripts and slides. And now they just both feel like they are on top of the world and they can take on more, and they head first into discomfort and expanding what they can do. So just mad shout out to them. I mean, so many of people naturally are nervous for public speaking. Being on stage is even more nerve-wracking, and he's excited to do more now, and I'm sure Mike Patterson as well. So big shout out to you guys. And more recognition. Larry $1 Million Earner jacket here, right there. We got the Leadership Council on stage. Mike Patterson crushing it. We did a wardrobe fashion show showing off a bunch of swag that you can get in Powur Outlet. So wrapping up the day, different headshots as well. And there's Rick being recognized on stage with Bobby, Charles, and Jim just holding each other, watching the whole darn thing. It was pretty special to see them looking at the Andrea Budd Award and Rick Joseph. All right. Got a few updates for us to go through. I know we're maybe 15 minutes left here. So I'm going to try to crank through like 10 slides, and we'll do Q&A for 30 minutes after the top of this. If Tom or Jerry, you want to try to just jump in, let me know. So solarmasterguide.com is something that my brother uses religiously. He shared on it on stage. If you have not bookmarked this, saved this, gone through the tabs, you are missing out on growing your business, plain and simple, and helping other people at Powur. There are tabs: what you should do if you're new, steps to success, different trainings, all the office hours that we now have. Mondays, we have Ashley, our project manager, hosting an office hour. This after 11 a.m., we do an office hour here. Different office hours that you can go get your question answered. So much training, contacts, batteries, enterprise, insane amounts of knowledge there. Literally every question is probably somewhere in this document. So I know Tom also has resources and documents very similar to this, but we are finding that this is just helping so many people.
And it's a live document, you guys. So as it's, as long as you don't make a copy of it of your own, as long as you're using that specific one, as updates come about, Chris updates the spreadsheet, you'll get the updates. So
right. Yeah, it's always evolving and changing. I'll put the full link into the chat there because you do have to do www or HTTP. All right, so just a couple slides and updates here, some of the main takeaways so we can wrap the training up. This was from Jonathan Budd. So he showed a few slides of the industry, where we're headed, and I'm sure the video and training will be shared at a later time in the coming weeks. And this was the kind of the synopsis of the convention: recognition, expanding mindset, Jeremy Miner, expanding sales, connecting with the community, doing breakouts like Wally did, like Solar Mike did on social media. He's awesome. Getting updates from partners, learning about Powur Vision design tool and other lightning strikes like discounts on panels that Powur was able to accomplish because of our volume and our platform, and so much more. So it was definitely 2 days jam-packed. Per usual, every year, the virtual convention, and we're going to do a Powur World in person as well moving forward in September, which I'm really looking forward to. So this is kind of cool. If you want to take a screenshot or watch this recording later, the US residential solar market really has the top 3 states, California, Florida, and Texas. You can see the market share as of 2021. You can see annual installations, and then Arizona, New Jersey, New York, Nevada, Colorado, also on the list. And there is just immense opportunity. I'm telling you guys, one of my takeaways from the weekend, speaking with Jonathan Budd, Dean Rosenberg, Cammie, Kevin Smoker, having the hard conversations. I go to bat for all of you. I go to bat for our operations, our communication. What's the next level of our installers? If we're going to 2X or 3X, there needs to be a shift in the installation model. Are we rev sharing with them? Are we getting an equity ownership? There's so many exciting conversations about what we can do to 2X, 3X, 5X this business. Different things we can add on, eventually heat pumps or HVAC. I want to talk with the leadership about adding EV charging stations. Like, imagine we can all sell that in the future. There's so much more, but just having those hard conversations and seeing where this is going to go. And I just want, one of the things I took away from Jonathan Budd, he said, this is the year to figure out operations and really hone it in. This is the year of ops. We've been focused on growth, sales, marketing, all these other things. Trust me when I say this is the year of operations. We have high interest rates that are giving us a little bit of a lull. We have NEM 3.0 going to hit. That's going to give California a little bit of a lull. And in a year to a year and a half, the country is going solar. The country is going EVs. And we have less than a year to figure out, while we have this lull, to really nail it and be the best darn platform. And the next 10 years is going to be gangbusters, guys. So I hope you kind of feel that. I know there's always challenges in solar. I think they can get 20 to 30% better. And this is the year of operations. So as you can see here on the left, 2021, 2022, the tan color and the red is more saturation or more market share. And you can see these states here, we have a lot of runway. We have 10, 15 years until there's a lot of market saturation. And by then we're going to have so many add-on products, batteries, vehicles, other things that we can help with a sustainable, renewable platform. And there's new homes being built more and more and more. But there is a lot of runway and a lot of time here before we even see a hint of saturation, 2036 to 2045. So that's very exciting to know that this is the industry that we're in. This is a nice slide as well. You can see utility costs from 2017 to 2022. This is the average utility cost. You know, there's a lot of utilities in California that are lower than SDG&E, PG&E, and there's the highest ones like SDG&E. And so you can see the utility cost, what it's done here since 2017 to 2022 for a lot of major states. And a lot of people ask, what states should I focus in? What states are good to be in? Well, some of this data can definitely help you guys with that. And annual solar installations in 2021 expected to maintain market position over the next 5 years. So annual PV installed capacity 2026 versus 2021, just some different expectations here going over the next 5 years. Should be a super strong time. All right, a few more things. We did get a price drop on Q cells and REC. And I know that Solo may not be showing the price as of today. This is a cost of goods model. By the time we get to installation, by the time we order parts, the COGS costs in your margins in the back office will reflect these prices. So congratulations, we all got a bonus. We all got a little better commission, or your customer gets a little better pricing. as I get more updates when Solo will be updated, I'll let you know. As of now, I don't have an exact date when Solo is going to be updated.
Those are not insignificant drops either. I mean, to drop Rex from almost 80 cents to 69 cents, that's huge. I mean, that's the number one panel in the market, in the industry. So
yeah,
totally huge. About a 5-cent drop for Q-Cell, American made black on black 400-watt German engineered panels. Come on now. It's incredible.
Yeah, I might lead with RECs. That price drop is very significant. That's the top panel in the industry. And if you're up against competition, you can really lean into the RECs at that price now. And likely you have to add sales tax for California, or the states that do have sales tax, just FYI. A lot of people always get confused when they see it's not 57 cents on Solo. If you're in a sales tax state, make sure to take account for that as well.
Yeah, and then once again, one last thing to reiterate what Jonathan said, because I keep seeing people say it's not in Solo, it hasn't updated yet. The beauty of the Powur platform is that this is a cost of goods sold model. It's not about, it doesn't even matter what it says in Solo. What it matters is what the cost of that project was at the end of the day. The bottom line is your margin is going to be what it is at the end. So if we're procuring these panels for this lowered price, you're going to see it in the margin on the back end, and you're going to earn 70% of that. So just want to reiterate that one more time.
Yep. And Joanne asked, Q-Cells, they have the largest manufacturing of solar panels in North America in Georgia. I think they're investing billions to expand that, but they do have offshore production as well. They're German engineered. A good amount of them are made in Georgia, but not all of them. And RECs are Singapore robotic production manufacturing with the highest efficiency and the highest production, 92% power warranty in year 25. An amazing panel there. And they are investing tons of money to build a domestic plant as well, because with the Inflation Reduction Act, Green New Deal, there's incentives when more of the production is made here. And so these companies and others are really going after getting those extra credits from the government. And just
saving the best for last. Are we saving the best for last?
Pretty much. One more question here. You know, if we order this equipment for your job getting installed and we have the lower pricing, Powur will update the cost, and congrats, you got a bonus. If you wanted to do a change order to lower a price for a customer, I mean, that's up to you. I wouldn't. So that is how it works here. Get with your leadership or tier 3 mentors for more information as well. And Jordan Shaw had a good segue here. What is Solo? Because in a year from now, we might be asking ourselves, what is Solo? Because we'll probably not be using them anymore, because we have Powur Vision. It is a fully in-house, something we've programmed, developed, design tool with shading and estimates and utility bill averages and adders and proposal. It looks beautiful. It's only going to get better. And, you know, something Jonathan Budd told me, he's like, this is the answer. If we want our proposal to show batteries, Solo hasn't been helping us. We can do that now. If we shouldn't allow someone to go above 100% offset in Las Vegas because of the utility rules, Vision will stop that deal from going through, because today we sell it and then our intake team gets bogged down. They have to do all these checks. That'll help with that. If you're an enterprise dealer or you have a seller working for you, you can control what they see, the margin or the red line or the cost of goods. Well, that's pretty interesting as well. So as far as I can see from end to end, this is just going to help us immensely, and going to get better, and maybe eventually add 3D modeling and so much more. So I don't know if you want to add more to it. I got two more slides here.
I would also say, I mean, on the selling aspect of it, right? The functionality, it's beautiful. It's aesthetically pleasing. And I love the fact that you can adjust the design on the fly. I mean, I don't even want to ask how many people have requested a proposal from Solo, right? Just to get back this, like, it looks like a kindergartner put it together. And then you ask for a revision, specifically saying, actually, no, I need a couple panels here. You screenshot it, you draw the whole thing, and it comes back wrong. And you got, like, 10 minutes before your appointment showing up. No more of that, you guys. On here, it's as simple as going into the design. You can add some panels, landscape, portrait mode. You could, how about when you go, why is that 27% shading? Or, hey, they removed the tree. It's gone now. You don't need to send in a request. You can literally go in there, adjust the shading accordingly. It saves so much time. It's really beautiful. And I think I've closed every single deal I've used with Vision. I mean, no surprise, but it's pretty good.
And there was an email. Go ahead, Tom.
Jordan wanted to say something as well. I think how he's been using Vision is really exciting, that everybody should be aware of, about how he can send a link to people. Jordan, you want to jump in here?
Yeah, I mean, I've been running a lot more deals just because of the fact that I'm no longer sending a PDF copy to anybody. I wanted to update something live. The customer says, hey, what does that look like with 12 panels or 16 or whatever it might be? And I can update on the fly and say, yep, just check your link. And then when the client's ready and we're doing like a financing deal, they're running qualification themselves. I'm sending contract docs. I don't need to jump on the phone with them unless they need help. And so with Solo, we weren't able to really do that. There was no real good way. You're sending, I mean, I had a couple legacy deals with mentees that I wasn't allowed to use this with yet. And I'm sending emails for Sunlight credit apps to be sent from finance. And it feels so sluggish. So something that if you want to accelerate your sales, just being able to share something that's so professional is amazing for what it's going to do for your business. And you get to tell the Powur story within the proposal instead of having to necessarily jump between assets. You can still do that, but just that ability to be able to send the link, that's a part of my summary now. I've been doing that for months that we've had this available, and we've had our, I've logged my share of bugs. I mean, with anything new on something like this, so you have to be patient, but the team is constantly running updates and just making it look better. But I really wanted to hit on that. Just, you will not want to send PDFs. I still export a PDF from time to time, especially when I'm uploading the assets, but they're no longer, by the way, 3 megabytes. They're not bogging down your inbox either. So if you still want to send a PDF copy, just know from a workflow perspective for selling, you can now accelerate the number of deals you're doing just by including a link to the proposal dynamically and saying, yeah, just go ahead and run your credit within the proposal. Let me know that when that's done, I'll issue the contract docs. That's it. You never have to necessarily jump back on. So I think right now I do have like the most deals through Vision, but which means I ran into the most problems, of course, but that, just to make it better for everybody else. And it's been a huge, I'm so excited about this. You will not want to go back. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you, bro. No, thanks for sharing that, man. And question, you said you're sending off these links. Are you texting it to them? Or are you emailing it still?
Yeah, so I don't show anybody anything until obviously we jump on a consult. But in my summary emails that I send, it's now a viewable here, like a giant letters, bolded letters with a hyperlink. Okay. And then I do my normal summary. I still attach like the Powur Care PDF, even though now we've slipstreamed it into the presentation, but that's what I'm sending. And the only downside that I've had with that is the graphic doesn't really show up very well for like the mapping of their house for mobile, which we're working on. But as long as somebody's really kind of just looking at, a lot of times they don't even care about that. They're just looking at numbers, right? That's why that summary is always important, but I want to always remove a barrier for being able to do the sale and complete it. And the fact that we can now have, no matter what financing you want, practically outside of Sonova, right? Any financing you want is practically embedded into Vision is huge. You can just remove that little, but yeah, I'm only sending that the hyperlink just in the summary. I don't text it to them, otherwise it's really long and ugly. I always put it in a nice little clean little format.
Right on. Thanks for sharing that.
We got a couple more slides, guys. I know we're coming at the top of the hour here, and then we'll hang out for 30 minutes and do some Q&A. So I'm just going to knock through a few more slides. And yeah, I mean, Powur Vision is going to be amazing. Please take your Powur Vision certification in Powur University. March 13th is an early release for projects in Cali, Texas, Florida. And then later next month, it'll be available. So it will have bugs. It will need to add more lenders. It was a work in progress. So please be mindful of those things, but it already is far and superior, as you heard from Jordan. And, you know, something super cool, when we go IPO, we're all shareholders. Having our own design tool is only going to increase the value of our stocks. Unlike other companies that have to use Aurora or other tools, like we now have our own tool with complete and total control of what we want it to show. And so I am a fan, and thank you to those that did the beta testing, because it's been in development for a long time, millions of dollars, a lot of contracts, tons of proposals, and a lot of people have been meeting, like Cynthia and Jordan and Jarrett and others, to work on it, to get the kinks out, guys. So big kudos to that leadership. Make sure to take your training for that. All right, a couple more things and we'll wrap this up. There is a new welcome gift. It's really badass. Go to powuroutlet.com and you can click welcome gift today. The Impact Report is a hard magazine for 19 bucks. I would send that to every client. You can get a pack of 10 of them. It is gorgeous. The marketing and team that Cami has done on this, the different testimonials, I mean, it should be on every coffee table. It is freaking gorgeous. I can't wait for the digital version to come out. There's a charcuterie board, Powur branded, with an impact report as well. There's a welcome gift blanket with an impact report, or you can get the full shebang, charcuterie board, blanket, and impact report, and send these to your biggest ambassadors, or send these to your, you know, your favorite client. I love stuff like this. So definitely embrace that. Go to powuroutlet.com, get your swag, get the gifts, because it is awesome stuff. And eventually, hopefully in the coming months, you'll be able to check a button where it comes out of your commission and you can type in the mailing address, to be determined. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, it is Powur Outlet. We already talked about.
I definitely see this being a feature where on a proposal under adder, you add Powur gift, and then once the project closes, it ships off automatically. It's taken out, you know, it's paid for right there. So I love that. I absolutely love that. It's innovative. It's great. It's coming too.
Big time. Yeah. Check out the swag store, guys. They've added backpacks. The North Face brand is super high end. So you can now get some really great things. We got a Freedom shirt that's branded Inc. 43 now. We got the welcome gifts. So definitely check out Powur Outlet. All right, moving on here. Market development meetings, as said, powurcalendar.com. You know, SoCal will do tomorrow at 3. I believe today is Las Vegas at 1. Check them out, join them. They're awesome. Attend when you can. And because it's just the best training that we offer. When I recruit and tell other salespeople and professional about these trainings, they're just blown away. No other company is doing the level of training, virtual, in-person, market meetings, office hours, like we're doing here. I promise you, it is our secret sauce. So make sure to do that. Operations manager together, top training, get your questions answered there if you have local specific market questions. And Bobby Smith and Tom Cotter has really been leading the way on these local meetings, and they're all going to lead into Powur Day, April 15th. So they're going to talk about this meeting in person. The leaders that are on those market calls are going to be a part in that. Make it a cool location, maybe chip in some money, recruit and invite into it. So it's for sure going to be another epic Super Solar Saturday. And I just want to reiterate one more time, solarmasterguide.com. It's a master resource document that a lot of us use here and give to especially newer people that want training. They want a Bible of resources. They want a direction of what to do, where to go. And as I mentioned, it now shows different office hours, 4 to 5 of them. Like the next 30 minutes, we're going to stick around here and just do open Q&A. It doesn't matter what team you're on, who you joined under, none of that crap matters. If you have this resource guide and office hours and market meetings, we do 2 things here: get a utility bill and tell other people we sell solar, period. Don't overcomplicate it. Between that and this guide, you can make hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's literally all there is to it. And if you're working with tier 3 mentors, Tom's team, my team, Jarrett, we got the best ones ever.
For my nails, I want.
All right. Lastly, Sonova. We're going to see an uptick in Sonova with leases and PPAs. Go to Knowledge Base, learn how to get certified, take the training, then apply to get your own logins on the back end. I am sure that it will be integrated into Vision one day, likely not today or this month. If you want to sell leases or PPAs, especially in California with NEM3, get certified now, get your logins, or work with tier 3s that are certified and have sold tons in the Sonova back office. There is a Sonova training on my YouTube. You just need a little practice, and it is not hard to use. There's more hoops, more check boxes with lease and PPA. We're super spoiled with the loans and solo that we've had. So make sure to do that as well. And in conclusion here, and then we'll hang out and do some Q&A. If you have to hop, no big deal. Jordan, I think this was your credibility wall or power wall, your slide, if I'm correct here. And I just pulled it out of the 500 slides I went through last night building this deck, just to put a cherry on top, and reflect on the journey since we've met Jarrett and Jordan. And Inc. 43, over $325 million last year alone, doing this in under 3 years. B Corp, public benefit corporation, nationwide company with a distributed platform. When I help people in California, I say, hey, your local mom and pop might not be in business with NEM3, don't you think? Do you think being with Inc. 43, nationwide fastest growing company 3 years in a row, might be a little bit better with our 30-year Power Care warranty with these Q-Cell or REC panels that we have? Building that trust and credibility goes a long, long way. And always a good reminder, no matter what company you're at, Sunrun, they might Google you and cancel the appointment before you even have it because of bad reviews. It happened to me all day long at Sunrun. People Google Freedom Forever or Tesla, and they literally don't sign. They literally cancel the deal. They literally see someone that works for Sunrun on Facebook that they don't align with, and they may not sign because of that. Never forget that no matter what company you're at, these are challenges that we'll face. Powur's is special, but nothing is unique to them. There will be challenges. We have some of the best tools in my 9 years of experience and Tom's 14 years. And there's just so many amazing things that we've done here. So Jarrett or Jordan, I don't know if you guys have any closing remarks before we go to Q&A, but that is the recap for the virtual convention that I had planned out for y'all.
No, man. I mean, what more really is there to say? I mean, we are at the right place at the right time. I mean, this company is so forward thinking. We've put in the groundwork. Bro, before we were doing this, we were just saying like how far this company has gone, right? Since when we first got here, late end of 2019 to where we are today, the evolution, they put in the groundwork. And it's just, we're just getting started.
Yep.
We're just getting started. I mean, I know when you join a company and you see some people and you go, oh my God, they're making, you got some $1 million earners and you got these huge teams, and am I getting late to the party? The party's just getting started. People are start walking in the door. So be excited, and give it your all. Like I wore this shirt today because, man, I'm all in. There's literally no better opportunity, place out there that I can think of, or I dare you to, put something in the chat that's better than the opportunity with Powur. Literally anyone can be successful here and make life-changing money, and change other people's lives and do it in the right way of doing it. So yeah, that's all I want to share with you guys. And I hope you guys are all inspired by the leadership and the training and the people on these calls. So shout out to Jordan, for being up there on stage. I was proud of you, brother. Mr. Chris Bernasso, the better looking twin, man. I saw you on stage. I was super proud of you too. And all the leaders out there, man, just, love you all. Let's crush it. Let's wrap this up and let's get to office hours. I'm sure some of you guys have some Q&A, and I'm going to stick around and with Bernasso and some of the leaders. We're happy to help.
Great. Thank you, Jarrett. Let me stop the recording. And for those of you who want to hang out 20, 30, 40 minutes, we'll do some Q&A office hours, all topics welcome.